Welcome to the Denver County Court, contesting a parking ticket before a judicial officer. Part 4 of 5. To contest a parking ticket before a judge or magistrate, a final hearing must be set. The owner or operator of the cited vehicle must appear at the parking magistrate's office with an acceptable form of photo identification and the ticket or a notice of outstanding ticket in order to set a final hearing date. You will be issued a summons for the final hearing date, and you will be required to read and sign the Advisement of Rights form. If you are disputing multiple tickets, you may be required to appear on different court dates. If you were found guilty or liable at a final hearing, court costs may be assessed on your case. Final hearings for parking tickets will be held before a traffic court judge or magistrate in the City and County Building at 1437 Bannock Street in Denver, Colorado. For a final hearings, you have the following rights: to remain silent and to testify or not testify as you see fit, to hire an attorney to represent you at your own expense, to make an opening statement about your case, to present evidence to support your case, to argue the law, to bring witnesses to court to testify on your behalf, and to have the court issue at no cost subpoenas to compel the attendance of those witnesses. However, you are responsible for the cost of serving the subpoenas. To question or cross-examine the officer and any other witnesses brought against you. To make a closing statement. To appeal a ruling against you to the Denver District Court. You should also be aware that by law, officer notes and other discovery is not available to you prior to the date of your final hearing. A prosecutor will not be present at your final hearing, and the officer that issued your parking ticket will act as the complaining witness for the city and will testify first. After each witness testifies, the judge will ask you or your attorney if you want to cross-examine the witness. You have the right to remain silent after hearing the testimony. You may waive the right to remain silent by testifying to your version of the facts. If you choose to testify, you may be asked questions, cross-examined. You may also call witnesses and present evidence, such as photographs, charts, other written materials. After all witnesses have testified, the judge will ask if either side wishes to make a closing statement. If you are representing yourself, you should be prepared, understand the charges against you. You can read the charges in the Denver Revised Municipal Code, DRMC, or the Colorado Revised Statutes, CRS. Prepare a list of questions to ask the witnesses and the officer during cross-examination. Bring any relevant evidence or documents you want to give to the judge, magistrate, or jury to be aware of at your trial or hearing. Subpoena any witnesses you wish to testify on your behalf. Decide whether or not you wish to testify on your own behalf. If you are found not guilty after your final hearing, the case against you is dismissed and closed. If you are found guilty, a sentence will be imposed by the judge or magistrate within the legal guidelines of the law. This may include fines, fees, and costs. On parking matters, sentencing typically occurs immediately after the trial or final hearing. If you fail to appear at your final hearing, you will be found guilty by default judgment. Fines and costs will be assessed, and your vehicle will be placed on the immobilization, boot list, which also carries an additional fee. To obtain the release of a boot that has been placed on your car, you must pay all outstanding fines and fees. You will no longer be able to contest your ticket.